Hey everybody, what's up? It's me, Jon Villarreal, the four-time national champion of Super G. I am talking about Game of Thrones. This was insane, dude. This was insane. I mean, it started off this season a little bit slow, and my wife's like, whatever, but man, whatever. This was like, I tell you right now, I mean, this episode was almost like, I won't go full blast on it, but I mean, this was like Hagler versus Hearns, dude. I mean, this was incredible. I mean, that face off right there between Jon Snow and Khaleesi, Mother of Dragons, Daenerys Targaryen, dude, right there in Dragonstone. I mean, woo, that was crazy, dude. She wanted him to bend a knee. He wasn't gonna do it, dude. He faced the king of the night, dude. You think he's okay? You have some dragons circling around. Listen, Jon Snow is cold as ice, bro. He can handle the situation. But at the same time, they kind of figured out how to there seems to be a little bit of interest there, maybe, in my personal opinion. First of all, my personal opinion only. Knowledge ain't facts, not cast any aspersions, all for entertainment purposes only. Please check disclaimers. This episode is crazy. There's so many things that just spring from this we need to talk about, and I'm going to give you my opinion. Number one, who's going to lead the charge there? Is it going to be Daenerys or is it going to be Jon Snow? In the end, you know what I'm saying right now? I mean, because we got that little power struggle there. Number two, any little romance action between Daenerys and Jon Snow. That's sort of an interesting angle. Okay, so that's interesting right there. Number three, seems like Jon Snow doesn't want people to understand that he's revived. You see what I'm saying like that? How is that going to play in? There's somehow that's going to be a factor. Number four, what about this red sorceress there, Melisandre, or whatever her name is? I can't remember right now. Hopefully the fans out there will help me out. I mean, what's up with that, dude? There was a little her and Spider, dude. A little bit. He thought he was getting a little bit of, and then she just like boom right there. See, we had so many face-offs, dude. So many face-offs. You may have your little birds, but she looks in that fire and sometimes she sees some things. That's interesting. Then this military strategy, dude. I mean, I'm not sure who's making the moves. I'm going to assume it's Jaime Lannister, dude. But Jaime Lannister is proven to be a great general out there. And that whole thing with Euron. But I mean, I feel like there's going to be a little bit of a reversal coming here soon. Maybe by way of these dragons. We saw the dragons. They're looking big. They're looking powerful. But I mean, you know, Daenerys landed there with all that army. And now things in the Navy. And things are getting punked out. But woo. We're going to come back to that. But right now we got, I mean, Cersei, dude. Cersei is like in her supreme glory. This is like Cersei, like supercharged, okay? She's got the black get up. She's doing the whole thing. She's putting the paws there on your Greyjoy. That's great. You brought me some presents, stuff like that, but you're going to put a pause on it. And man, you got the mountain right there, but her revenge, dude, and that's what it's called. The Queen's Justice was this episode. Oh my gosh, dude. I mean, you had that. I mean, she was just really loving it every second when she had that right there, that little face to face. You killed my daughter, now watch this. A lot of poison being used in this episode, by the way, but. That was crazy. The long farewell and her little crazy maester dude there. That was interesting. Speaking of maesters, look at our buddy there over there at the Citadel, dude. He's learning stuff. He healed Mormont. Okay, I mean, dude, he's doing some stuff right there. That guy's proven to be super skilled there. You know, Mr. Charlie. But then there's going to be an angle here. You had his pops there with Jaime Lannister. So many different cross currents. Who's going to win this war? How's it going to go down? You had the Unsullied. Their navy got punked by Euron Greyjoy. Yes, they've got Castle Rock for now. The Lannister did the switcheroo scale, but again, you go back to Cersei. You gotta go back. I know I'm jumping around because there's so much going on in this episode. Okay, Cersei, dude, she's wearing the black. She takes out daughter there. She just crushes psychologically that mother there, okay, and everything like that. So she gets that revenge. But then she's there, dude, she's getting all crazy there with Jaime, dude, and she doesn't care who knows about it. I mean, dude, that's to me, that's foreshadowing right there. When you have a villain getting that crazy on stuff like that, you know something's going to happen to them, in my personal opinion. Now, but there's a lot more. There's a lot more cards to play. And then we have this whole thing at Highgarden. Wait a minute. Ooh, hold on. Let's talk about Sansa. Let's talk about Sansa and let's talk about Littlefinger. Littlefinger's trying to weave his little things, trying to play those psychological games, trying to get control. You know, he's still interested in Sansa, in my opinion. But then we have Bran that shows up, right? Wow, dude. He's like, no. So supposedly he's in charge, but dude, he's like, I'm three-eyed raven. I don't care about, you know, Winterfell or anything like that. We have this bigger whole thing going on. But when he drops that knowledge on Sansa, that shakes her up. It's like, hey, you may not listen to me and believe this, that, whatever, but let me hit you with this. And how did I know that? Right? That shakes her. She had to like take a pause on that. But she seems to be a pretty good commander and everything like that in terms of this. There's so many things happening here, and this is all setting up. Meanwhile, what's going on north of the wall? I mean, this was action-packed. So much to like, so much to talk about. It was crazy, dude. It was just crazy. And I just think that this is setting up for so many different things. So many different things. Where do you think we go from here? Okay, here's what I'm going to hit you with right here. I'm going to put some predictions out there. I think that somehow, and I can't remember, I know my mind's just all over the place. The Greyjoy that was captured that kind of, you know, didn't show super bravery with the sister. I think somehow he comes back and he shows some bravery. That's number one. Number two, Euron Greyjoy, he's going to get punked some way, somehow. Jaime, it's interesting. It's interesting. I don't know if they're going to keep with the books or they're going to take a swerve on it. Cersei's going down, but it may be a while because, man, it's just, I mean, everything's leading to her taking a hard fall, but she's living it up and playing it to the hilt and does great job with the actress there. That is awesome. Highgarden piece, we need to move that out of the way. That's great. You got a nice little place here, you got the money, whatever, but that's taken off the board. But you know, Grandma gets her last revenge there by telling Jaime what she had to tell him. That was interesting. Do we see, with that information, I think we may have a turn of play at the end there, because maybe Cersei's like, wow, I blamed Tyrion, but he didn't do that to my son, but at the same time, didn't kill the father. So that's kind of, I mean, I don't know if there's a full reconciliation there, but somehow, some way, that information is going to prove crucial, in my opinion. Now, I think we see the dragons come into play pretty quickly here. I think they're going to start exerting their might. That's going to be interesting. We're going to start seeing, you know, maybe not next episode, but soon, the hints of, you know, the undead army, because that's the big thing over there. And I also think the Iron Bank's going to come more into play, in my opinion. I mean, we're about to go to war here. There's going to be a battle for the Iron Throne and all that type of stuff, and so we'll see that. We'll see that. You know, we'll see that come into effect. But obviously, there's bigger moves. There's bigger things going on here. So it's going to be very interesting on that one. I do think that our friend over there, the Citadel, is going to be coming into play very quickly. He's showing extremely high skills. That's important. I also think that Sansa's going to play a big play in this. We're going to start seeing some, you know, the Three-Eyed Raven start getting his powers ramped up some more. And again, let's not forget Arya. She's in the mix. She's heading north. So we're going to see a reunion right there. So I like it. I like where it's all going. This is really building up. I mean, we've had 7 seasons, but now this was the episode where you felt like, whoa, we're getting to the really good stuff. It's exciting. I'm digging it. I really am. Where you at on this? Give me the comments below. Please subscribe. Please rate this video up. Also, please post it to social network site. Got a nice little, got a baby in the background there. Mom's trying to deal with that. You let me know about this. So much to talk about. What are your predictions? What's going to happen with the dragons? What's going to happen with Daenerys? What's going to happen with Tyrion? What's up with Cersei? So much to talk about. You let me know where you're at on this. Thanks so much. I'm John. I will see you next time.